Well, good afternoon. I'm going out on a favorite ride of mine. I've been out west for a little over a week visiting family, doing some hiking. You'll see some of those videos, I'm sure. And then attending my brother's wedding just north of Portland. So kind of a packed week driving from Salt Lake to Portland. And got home yesterday night and I just felt like I need to get out on the bike and go biking. So I'm gonna do one of my favorite little routes that we do fairly often during the summer. From here in Maplewood, go down through Newport to Cottage Grove, through Ravine Park there, head up back through Woodbury for a little bit, and then back into Maplewood. So come along and join me.
The first part of the ride takes me down a hill into the Mississippi River Valley, so I lose a lot of elevation quickly on the ride and then gain it all back on the way back up to home.
Well, here I am entering into Newport. Pretty industrial part of Newport. We'll start going through some residential part soon. This is Interstate 494, the bridge over the Mississippi. You can actually take a bike path that's coming up here to your right and go over the Mississippi. I do that fairly often and loop back through St. Paul and home. It's a nice ride. Nice little residential zone. I had the sheriff come up and give me a little wave. Not sure if he's responding to something or just kind of cruising the neighborhood. Really no sign to indicate this park is here. It's just 10th Street. You kind of got to know. That's the historic Grove Street overlook. Different levels of the Mississippi River, and I think at some point, yeah, there's 1997 down there with 700 feet. So they kind of tell you where the different flood stages were. You see the Mississippi here. See a bunch of egrets up there. Just kind of chilling on the island and just kind of zoom around. I take my kayak out here once in a while fishing. Haven't had a whole lot of luck on this section of the river, although it looks like it should be decent. Sometimes you see bald eagles down here. None today. Heading past the Marathon Refinery here. Well, I'm still in Newport here. We'll be crossing over into Cottage Grove pretty soon. Nice little residential neighborhood to go through here. You can do a couple different options. I kind of settle on this one. Got a nice wide shoulder. You can go more to the south and you got to climb this big hill here. I didn't feel like doing that today. So otherwise you can go a little bit more north along the south side of Highway 61. It's a little quicker. I'm not in a big hurry today, so I think I'll take the medium route. Now in Cottage Grove, I started doing this little route past this park. Before I used to jump on the bike path on the other side of Highway 61, but that's a real busy area with a lot of cars, and then you got traffic on 61. This little route adds maybe, I don't know if it adds even a mile, but it's just a much more pleasant route. I almost missed my turn there. Wasn't paying attention. You got to turn before the ball fields. Otherwise, well, you can go out on the street and connect back up, but I like this because it keeps going along a path. That little section of trail is always a little nerve-wracking, going through the traffic in Cottage Grove. A couple traffic circles that are just a pain in the butt. But just go slow and take it easy. Not real scenic along 61, but now we're getting on the frontage road. In just a bit, we're gonna head into Ravine Park.
Climb back out of the Mississippi River Valley through Ravine Park is a nice gentle uphill on the bike path. This is the reason I ride the ride counterclockwise. Once you exit Ravine Park, you're up on the plateau in Cottage Grove, going through the cornfields and different parts of the city.
Now there's about 10 different routes I could take coming out of Ravine Park. I just kind of went straight up the, I believe it's 19, County 19, and then cutting here across to this little collection pond with these houses. Last year there were tons of butterflies, so I'm hoping maybe that'll be the case this year also.
Indeed it was. There was many monarch butterflies hanging on the flowers again. A very beautiful sight.
Couple sandhill cranes have been kind of hanging out here all summer. At least there's some water for them now. Before it used to be all dry.
After 12 miles of riding in Cottage Grove, we now enter into the city of Woodbury, Minnesota. The very south part of Woodbury is still farmland. You don't have to go too far north though, and you end up in a bunch of residential housing developments. After riding for a while on Military Road, I turned north on Wood Lane. After working my way through some residential neighborhoods, I come to Carver Lake Park and cut through there, almost home to Maplewood. Back into the city of Maplewood. I could have gone up Highwood, that hill there, but I decided to take the more gradual route back to our house, adding a little bit more mileage, but being easier on my legs.
Well, my Action Cam ran out of battery juice towards the end of that ride, so I'll just finish it up here on the cell phone. About 27 miles, 27.1 miles. I just really enjoy that ride. Maybe a little more on the road riding than I like, but it's just a beautiful ride, and got to see some butterflies and some sandhill cranes, go through the ravine park. It's just a nice loop that you can kind of do anywhere. If you live here in Woodbury, Maplewood, Cottage Grove, you can jump on the loop and do it. You can do variations of it to make it longer and shorter. Sometimes I go up into Woodbury and make it a little longer, but hope you enjoyed the ride. Till my next adventure, I'll see ya.
With spring being slow to come here in Minnesota, it was nice to go back to last summer and enjoy that ride again. It is a great ride. I've already done it once this year, but it wasn't green and pretty like that. Thank you for watching our video. Like it if you liked it. Please comment below and subscribe so you can stay current with our adventures.